Hello everyone, welcome to the Aquarius full moon report. Now today I want to talk about a couple of things. I've got my paper, by the way, rattling. It's written on yellow today, look. So yeah, I've got my paper, so I've got all my notes. I used to do these without notes actually, and I was wondering how I did them without notes before. Maybe I had a better brain when I was a little bit younger than I do now. It wasn't even that long ago, so I don't know what that's all about. So let's get into this full moon report. So the full moon's coming up right on the tail of the Lion's Gate. All right, the Lion's Gate's on the 8th of August. Lion's Gate is every year. It's a portal, an activation portal that opens up. If you want to know more about it, look at my Lion's Gate report because that will be available as well. So it's either on the 11th or the 12th of August, depending on where you live. So it's on the 11th of August, 6:35 p.m. Pacific time and 9:35 p.m. Eastern time. In the UK, it is on the 12th of August at 2:35 a.m. BST. The tagline for this moon is awakening to our truth, awakening to our potential. And this is with truth and honesty and authenticity. Aquarius demands that of us. A supermoon is when the moon is, because this is a supermoon, I can't remember if I said it, that it is full moon, supermoon in Aquarius. A supermoon is when the moon is closer to the earth. So it means that we feel the energetic frequency more than we might do at other points. This is a strong moon, right? The full moon is at 19 degrees and 21 minutes of Aquarius, and it's highlighting individualism in the sense of, are you ready to release everything that needs to go? Are you ready to be your real, authentic, true self? This is kind of rather than living in a world where you're behaving in one way while you're actually feeling another way inside, right? That's the question here. That's the wisdom, okay? It could be a tricky proposition with this particular full moon, as we have Saturn transiting the moon. Saturn's quite a strong planet, and it's a lot about control and restrictions, okay? And we've also got Aquarius and Leo, where the sun is Leo. We've got Aquarius obviously in the moon, and we've also got Taurus, Taurus Uranus around 19 degrees. They're all fixed signs. There's also quite a few fixed signs in planets. There's a lot of fixedness there. That's kind of stubbornness. It makes it quite hard to move in some ways. That shift is a little bit difficult, right? It's not as easy. Yeah. So fixed signs being that way can kind of hold us back. But we have the energy within this mood to be able to move forward. Now, Saturn can also be restrictive because it symbolizes control, as I've already said. It's interesting because we're being asked to release here and to move into newness and vibrancy, but we've got a lot of fixedness and restriction at the same time. So it could be kind of difficult. Yeah, let's put it that way. It could be kind of difficult. The big question, which I've been highlighting for some months, are we going with the old or are we going with the new? Which way are we choosing? Where are we going? Which way are we going to move towards? Because this is the question right now. The question's huge and it's really expanding outwards. And if we contract our energy in, we're going to ignore it, right? But the question's big. It's saying, be your true self, do what you need to do and make your life the life it's supposed to be, as opposed to the one that you're just existing in, yeah? Now, this is on an individual scale and a global scale. It is not just about you. This is happening across the board to everyone. We are individually ricocheting out what we do into the collective, and then that's sending it all the way back to us, right? Yeah. So we're being called to live from our hearts. That's the Leonine energy with the sun in Leo, a heart activation, awakening to our truth, which is why I mentioned the meditation. Seek deep truth and freedom is coming from Aquarius, which is Aquarius doesn't want to be controlled. It wants to be moving. It wants individualism. And then we've also got security with Taurus. And also we're being asked to do this all in a timely manner because Saturn is transiting the full moon. Okay. I won't deny it. It's going to be a challenging season, a challenging time, right? We've also got a fixed grand cross. I'm laughing because there's just so much fixedness, right, in the chart. And this is also going to have its impact on what's happening and how we're actually moving through the energy of what we're being presented with. So it's also going to be a good time, though, to understand what needs to change in your life, right? How you can stop allowing the outside to dictate you, who you really are, right? How you can stop allowing that. Because you can do it, especially in this energy field. And I know that sounds counterintuitive. However, what I'm seeing here is that the fixedness and the restriction of Saturn is going to help you to get the time, Father Time, Saturn's Father Time, tick tock, but it's going to give you the time to actually really pause and reflect and see what really needs to go and what needs to stay, but in a much more focused way, yeah? So, you know, the Aquarius Saturn conjunction asks us to seek, to put out the feelers, to get information, right? What will serve you going forward? You're being asked what future you want. You're being offered the tools to make the changes, into what you want, right? Now, for the week's reading, I got the creativity card. You know, I do those readings on my Self-Love, Self-Care Angel System Facebook page. Well, the card that came up, there was two cards. There was creativity and victory, right? And I think this really brings us to the Sun in Leo, which is asking us, you know, where are our blocks around creating the life that we deserve? Where are our blocks? What's stopping us from having what we really, really want? And this is asking us to find those blocks and to clear them up, to cleanse them, clear them, and remove them from our existence, okay? It is an intense time. It's asking you to unpack repressed emotions and let go of anything you're resisting. Remember, this is a full moon. In the full moon, we're releasing what no longer serves us. We're letting go so that we can have a clean slate as we really ride into the new moon and go from dark to light into starting what we need to do. Okay, so I want to come back to Saturn again because Saturn's really, really here in saying, I'm here. It does symbolize control, okay? However, I'm seeing it as marking time, right? The energy is assisting us to be restrained and use time effectively. Remember, Saturn symbolizes, as I say, Father Time. We're being asked to be constrained rather than feeling constrained. Does that make sense? Rather than allowing the constraints to be something that is imposed upon us, we're being asked to be constrained while we're deciding on what we need to move out of the way of. All right. I see Father Time being present to ensure that we give space so that we can have all the information before we plow ahead, right? This full moon's illumination will bring new insight, right? Information as in right after the Lion's Gate. So right after that illumination from the Lion's Gate, you're going to get the information that you require as this full moon comes through, bringing you that knowledge, bringing you that understanding. You know, and you know, we are still actually, do you know what, with this full moon, we're just coming out of the Lion's Gate energy. So there's going to be access to new frequencies, new energy, and it's going to transmute into an opportunity for you to change a lot of things in your life, or maybe one thing in your life. It may not be the same for everyone, but I think for some people this is going to be a whole new start, a whole new beginning. Be ready to be surprised, okay? And the surprise is going to be a key that shows you where you've held resistance and dissonance, okay? While showing you, illuminating a new pathway, your thoughts and your truths may actually shift. You may start to see something in a very different way, right? We're being asked to shake off the old, and to, you know, you might find that healing comes from this new start. As you shake off the old, a healing of old issues, old thoughts, old patterning can come up here and actually be transmuted into light. Now, the butterfly was highlighted to me during this, when I was doing this chart, right? And also in the Lion's Gate report. And it's bringing us integration, transmutation, transformation, and it may be tricky at first. Think of how the cocoon stage is tricky. It's not so easy, right, for the the caterpillar to change itself from the caterpillar to the butterfly. You will get your wings. These wings are the uniqueness of Aquarius. It's that being unique, being your true self, having that freedom, having that liberty that comes through with Aquarius very, very strongly. In time, I feel that this will highlight reunification that will come up from the changes, yeah? And on a global and individual level, it will come through from the collapse as we build anew. We're building new things. So you're going to individually build a new life, and then the collective will then feel that mirrored out to it, and it will reflect it back at you. That is what we're needing to do. We're needing to come from the individual aspect to help the collective aspect, okay? Note that the energetic frequency of this full moon could feel tiring, as it's asking you to release and purge lots of ways, yeah? Thoughts, notions, beliefs that no longer serve you. Resistance is also going to make this very uncomfortable. It could make this a very uncomfortable season for you. Now, take care of yourself, as this could stop you from navigating these changes as well. So be really strong in that. Be really strong in understanding that if you're not looking after yourself, you may struggle with the navigation. Pluto is trine Mars, and that's going to bring a sense of power and determination to you. That's going to really assist you. It's going to assist you to be able to bring this stuff to fruition. You're going to create movement with regards to what you want because you have that support. You have that support. This full moon in some ways is like the hangman in the tarot, because it's asking you to hold a new vision, not hold on too tight. It's asking you to change your perspective, to observe, right? And broaden your, be expansive rather than controlling. It's asking you to be open to newness, to vibrancy, to something being different, yeah? Open your eyes and look at the bigger picture. Look at the whole expanse rather than just this little bit that's in front of you. Look at the bigger picture. Step into new shoes and see all of it, okay? Look at it differently. Really give yourself the permission to see everything differently. Be ready to know the old versions of yourself and of your story are done, yeah? And the old versions of the wow story is done. So as we do this individually, collectively, it can open up a global understanding of what needs to happen for humanity as a whole. Let the fixedness of this full moon illuminate what has not been working. See the truth, be bold enough to be curious. What your next steps are, okay? Think of Saturn with Aquarius as giving you the opportunity to break chains, break them, okay? What is held? What can you capture? What old ways need to be just broken, released? The North Node is making us eager to move forward, and it's going to help us to get rid of those blocked feelings because there's a blockage there. So remember that because of the constriction of this moon, you might feel that blockage, but it's about being able to move through it once we get to the new moon, which is in Virgo, which is going to be a little bit lighter, a little bit gentler. Think of Saturn. Oh no, I've already said that. Ignore me. Uranus is representing the change, okay? Saturn is saying yes, but do not rush right now, yeah? Saturn's saying don't rush right now. Saturn's more methodical and wants you to be controlled with your move. The sun in Leo is bright, and it's going to help you to understand that you are stronger, that you can shift gear, you can change focus, yeah? And that you can reveal the new you as you step forward. But this is with a real understanding of where you're going and what you're doing. The intensity of it will help you solve problems. The intensity of Saturn from the standpoint of Aquarius, which highlights challenge. Remember, a challenge can also be a good thing, right? Because it's going to offer you the space to change what hasn't worked for you before. So remember, that challenge is there to save you, help you, protect you, bring you to a new space, yeah? Mars is trining Pluto in Capricorn, which says go for it. Just go for it. With Mercury at home, there's good communication happening and there's goodwill, yeah? So, you know, the moon will be challenging it. It's offering exponential growth. You're ready to take the steps. Be ready, be willing, be open to taking steps. Truths are emerging. You're being offered the chance for something new. So just go for it. Do something that you haven't experienced before. Be the new you. Embrace change. New possibilities are emerging through this full moon. Take the reins, be part of the flow, be part of this energy rather than letting this energy rule you, because that will be so much harder, because that will just create struggle, which you just don't need, right? Remember with the Leo energy, that you're stepping into your heart, that you're moving into that frequency, that you're moving into love. We need to move from love. That can be a tricky proposition too, can't it? But let's just find that way. Let's just find that way to open our hearts just a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. That is going to benefit you. I'm going to say it, my heart meditations, again, will really assist you if you're ready and you're willing to come. If not, remember they're going to be offered later and you can get them as a package. So there you go. That is the full moon report for Aquarius. There's so much that needs to happen within our psyches, within our individualism, within our management of our own system. And it's about finding the truth of who we really, really are and going from that space as opposed to how it's been up until now. If you look at the reports from last year till now, you'll see it's been a build-up of giving us the strength to release the spaces that no longer work for us, that are no longer good for us, and move into spaces that are more of light. We are moving into light level consciousness. The Lionsgate report is much clearer with regard to this. So if you're interested, do have a look at that. I will put a link somewhere around here so you can have a look at it. Anyway, everyone, take care. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure to do these reports for you. Do subscribe if you like, and hit the like button, because that will really help me and assist me in being able to create more content like this for you. I am sending you all so much love. Take care of yourselves and I will speak to you soon. Lots of love. Bye. Kisses. Bye.